Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today, you can see it's a solo review. It's just me. There's going to be a new rule with solo reviews. Solo reviews mean I'm going to pull out some cups that I don't normally use. I'm going to showcase cups that aren't normally used. Now, a lot of those cups are macro cups, but, I mean, they're not snifters, they're not, tulips, they're just different glassware that I wouldn't normally use. And I'm going to use a different one each time I do a solo review. Well, I shouldn't say every solo review, but every time I do solo reviews. So, tonight I have two beers out, so these two beers will both be done in the same type of glass. Well, the exact same glass, though I have about 15 of them, so I could just change them. I mean, I have so much glassware, it's not funny. I thought, why not start bringing out some of the stuff you don't normally see? Today's is the Molson M glass. I haven't used the Molson M glass in years. It's straight. It's basically like a flute, sort of like a champagne flute more so than a, well, sort of, just a straight-on flute. That's a nice seated base. It's not a bad glass. Not a great beer. I like it. I gave the beer a 7 out of 10 because, I mean, I would have bought it as a macro beer. It was a 7 out of 10 for a macro beer. I mean, it wasn't a great beer, but it was a drinkable beer. But their glassware is spectacular. That's a fancy glass. You see that sitting on a table. It just looks fancy, and that's what it was meant for, was to look good in a restaurant. I don't know why a high-end restaurant that was selling good wine would be selling macro beer, but that was the idea behind the glass. Anyway, what beer are we drinking in this glass? We're going to be drinking a beer from Miller Coors, which is also part of the Molson family. Well, Molson's part of that family. This is, I'm just looking for the ABV here. It is from the, there we go, 5.6. So this is from the Blue Moon Winter Seasonal Pack. This is Blue Moon's Mountain Abbey Ale, which is 5.6% alcohol by volume. Let's just open this here up, pour her into my here glass, and let's just try it, shall we? Yeah. Open. That glass just looks so pretty. Yeah, there is a lot of bubbles sticking to the sides. This glass was cleaned probably 2 years ago. It has been sitting upside down, so nothing should have gotten in, but after 2 years, it's not going to be as clean as it could be. A little bit of residue that a lot of residue that the beer is sticking to, but it shouldn't affect flavor because it's going to be nothing but maybe dishwater residue that didn't dry properly. Plus, I'm drinking fucking Blue Moon. How much flavor can be affected? It's a beautiful color. Nice amber color, orangey red. Look at that. It's almost to a ginger red, actually. Only when the light hits it the right way. Any other way, it's an amber color. Smell, not much, really. Sweet caramel molasses. And a touch of... what is that? What's it say on here? It says caramel smooth. It says it has a toffee scent. I'm not getting toffee, as I said. Caramel and molasses is what I'm drinking. Well, what I'm smelling. Yeah, that makes sense. I was smelling a weird sweet sensation. It kind of had a little pungency to it as well. I almost thought it was brown sugar. It says Belgian sugar on it, so we're looking at an inverted sugar, most likely beet sugar. Makes sense on what it was. Again, I was going to guess brown sugar, but whatever. Let's try it. Cheerio, good sirs and madams. Pretty dull. There is a nice caramel flavoring to it. There is a nice malty forefront, and there is a slight sugary sweetness to the front and to the back. A little bit of an alcohol burn, and it's 5.6% alcohol. It shouldn't have it, but it's a little bit of a throat warmer, which a lot of Belgians do give you as well. What this really reminds me of is like a Rickard's Red with Belgian yeast and some inverted sugar, or beet sugar. That's what it reminds me of. As you see, it's very easy drinking. It's inoffensive. It's easy to down. You could drink it all night. There's nothing wrong with it, taste-wise. Is it pleasant? It's pleasant in the way that it's inoffensive, and you could drink it all night. It's not amazing. It's not anything special. It's just a little bit of caramel, a little bit of beet sugar, which is just a little bit of more of a pungenty sweetness, and a little bit of maltiness, and that slight alcohol warming. Great beer. For what it is, it's a great beer. Would I buy it again? Sure. Would I seek it out? No. I'm going to give it a flat 7. This is actually a Blue Moon product I could get behind and drink. I know. Oh my god, you're going to drink a crafty beer. I will drink almost anything. If it doesn't offend me, I'll probably drink it. Doesn't offend me. It is an easy drinking beer. At $14.99 for a 12-pack, I have no problem putting $14.99 away to buy a 12-pack of that. That would be a $30 2-4, which is the same price that we here in Ontario pay for Laker, Lakeport, James Ready, Formosa, Red Baron, Red Cap, Bohemian. The list goes on, but this stuff tastes a lot better, it goes down a lot nicer, and I'd rather pay the money for this over that stuff. Yes, I would rather drink a good craft beer regularly than this, but you know what, this has its place, and this is actually better than some of the craft breweries out there, and all of you have known a craft brewery, a true craft brewery that can't even make a beer as good as the crafty breweries that are cutting corners. So, you know what? Buy this if you want to try it. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't buy it if you don't want to try it. It doesn't matter. It really just doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. Bye, guys.